My 21F roommate, 27F, started walking around our home naked while my BF, 22M, was over. The author of the post is listed in the description. I am still in whiplash after what happened last night when my boyfriend came over. For some context, I've been renting this room since January, so I'm still fairly new to everyone's routine. I have a total of 3 other roommates. For the most part, everyone is very respectful of each other's space, privacy, boundaries, etc. That's why I still can't believe what occurred last night. I had my boyfriend Ricky over because it was his off day and we just finished working out and had dinner together. We were trying to find a good movie to watch. Ended up watching Spaceman. It's absolutely amazing 10/10ths. The roommate in question is Callie. Her room is directly across from my room, with the bathroom right in between us. The first half of the issue starts when my boyfriend goes to use the bathroom. Right as he's leaving, she's trying to open the door and says that she left her glasses inside. She is only wearing a towel wrapped around her because she showered not too long ago. This is important to the second part. Ricky gets out quickly and comes back to bed with me. Tells me about it and I just brush it off because the towel was wrapped around her. No big deal to me, but keep in mind that she's nearly walked in on me before when Ricky was staying over. Like the door is closed, she knocks and doesn't wait for an answer and tries to open it. Now the second part of the incident is when I have to use the bathroom. We're watching Spaceman and I have to use the bathroom an hour in. As I'm leaving my room, I see that her door is cracked and I barely have time to react when she also steps out of her room wearing nothing. The towel that was wrapped around her prior was now only hanging in front of her. I fully saw her breasts and pubic area, so I know she wasn't wearing like Skims or something. She sees me, says, "Oh," and I'm just in shock and I say something like, "Oh, do you want to go first?" I go back in my room and tell Ricky what happened. Now, I already have my opinions on why that happened and why she did what she did. My question is, what the hell do I do about it? Is the best course of action to confront her? I'd personally love to avoid any conflict because, again, I've only been living with them for a couple months. And I think having a convo about seeing her naked is very uncomfortable for the both of us. One solution, Ricky said, was that we go to the bathroom together from now on, but I know that's not exactly plausible because he has to use it much more often than I do. I really don't know how to go about having that conversation if I even need to have it, so any advice you have for me, I would really appreciate. Another question, too. Is it wrong for me to feel like she's possibly done it on purpose? She has made it clear she's very single and described my boyfriend as her type, white with tattoos and in the Navy. She talks to our other roommate how she's been striking out and hasn't been laid in a while. There's a lot of other context where she's said notable things about me and R that had me scratching my head. Commenter: I think you should just let her know that when you have male company in the house, it's expected that all of you will keep your clothes on. It's completely disrespectful. If she does it again, find another living situation. Commenter: this is one of the weird ones where I say that the boyfriend needs to say something. Next time she does something like that, his response should be akin to, "You, put some clothes on." If you say something, she will make it out to be something else. If he says something that embarrasses her, she will never do it again. Commenter: were you expecting my boyfriend to see you? Is that why you're not dressed? Be direct. Update. Okay, so here's the update for my situation. I've tried to make this as concise as possible. Just know that I am gobsmacked by what our third roomie, Elena, has told me. I texted her yesterday while we were both at work to see if it's normal for that to occur. Elena said we would talk later in the evening, and we did. To start off with, Callie is 37, not 27 as she has told me. Even the Facebook ad for the room said everyone is in their 20s. Come to find out that's not true. Good on her because she did look older, just not 37 older. Elena has been a roommate with Callie for much longer than me. She's communicated to me her shock that it happened and said Callie is more often than not drunk as hell. She's an alcoholic, and last night when Elena and I had our convo, Callie was drinking in her room, stumbling around and broke the shower rod in the bathroom. Elena said that Callie was drunk the night that she come out naked. And our fourth roommate, Tyler, who is a male, also saw her naked when she was going into the bathroom because he was in the kitchen. From what he said, he has never seen her exposed like that. Callie, Tyler, and I share the bathroom. So no, her being a nudist is not a thing. Elena also confirmed that what happened was not a normal experience and that she had never seen Callie this bad before. Some things Elena mentioned also point to Callie being low-key a pick-me. Elena has said that whenever she has a conversation with Callie, she's always talking about these potential guys she's talking to, these sailors who are hitting her up, and lots of military guys in general. I noticed this as well when she talks to me. She has asked me to set her up with Ricky's friends and co-workers, but she was adamant about not seeing these two single co-workers. In a comment, I mentioned how they're local, Hawaiian and Filipino, but she denied them because she likes her men white. And also, the guys that would be considered her type are our age, much younger, and a lot of them are already seeing someone. We actually hooked up one of Ricky's friends with my own girlfriend, so that was really fun. In fact, when Elena met Callie was talking about how she loved black men. Then when Elena started seeing white guys, Callie started talking about liking them too. Elena has never brought a guy home until last month because of Callie. Take that how you will. So many small details that didn't make sense in my mind about Callie finally came together when Elena started talking about her experience. Like how Callie would have the same convo over and over again with me, likely because she can't remember them, about Ricky, what he does in the Navy, he's a master at arms, meaning he's base police, and what gate he works at, how I sleep over at his place but I'm not supposed to, etc. This detail is only important here. Callie does work with the Navy base housing, and she does have access to base. Her asking about what gate he works at was very unusual because the person you see at the gate is different every day. She's asked multiple times about which gate he works at. There is also an instance that I'm pretty sure Callie was flirting with my dad when he came over to help me move a couple times. And afterwards, she said how I should let her know if my dad is coming because she didn't know that day. The next time I texted that I was coming to move, she was wearing a red strapless bodycon dress. Elena also confirmed that she remembers that and also thought it was weird because that's not what Callie usually wears at home. Everyone tells me my dad is a good-looking guy, I just don't see it. Elena, who's been renting here the longest, has said that she is able to kick Callie out, but expressed that she feels bad due to her not having anywhere to go. After confiding in Elena, she's agreed to initiate the convo about what happened the other night. Perhaps I will update on that later if it's substantial enough. For the people saying I'm insecure or trying to be controlling, I am comfortable and confident in my relationship and body. Both Callie and Elena wear what's considered as tight, revealing clothes with no bra, occasionally when Ricky is around, and I have no issue with it. I've never made it a problem with them or Ricky. He is always respectful to them. The issue is with the fact of nudity, when she has never done this before according to Tyler and my own knowledge. I am not objectifying nor sexualizing her body by expressing my discomfort. The whole reason why I left my prior living situation was because my old roommate, someone I trusted and lived with, had taken advantage of me when I was inebriated. When I saw her naked, I was in a shock that was similar to when I was assaulted, and I just backed out of there as fast as I could. I have told Callie what happened to me so she knows the situation. For those saying to have a threesome, Ricky has been very clear he is not interested in that with anyone. And I do not see myself consenting to that seeing as I'm straight. Maybe it's some of y'all's wet dream, but we can live without it. Thank you very much. I mentioned in a comment, but Ricky only comes over a couple times a week due to our conflicting schedules. He typically will stay over Wednesday or Thursday night, and I'd stay with him at his place Friday and Saturday nights. I've asked my roommates prior to moving in if it is okay to have overnight visitors, and they were completely okay with it. Also, he lives on base, and I'm not able to go on and off without a sponsor or ID. Our routine for me to stay over is that I leave my car in a safe neighborhood. He picks me up off base, and then we go on base together. Doing that throughout the work week would be difficult because he starts at 4 and I have the typical 9, 5. For my comment about Spaceman, y'all have really never heard of subjectivity and opinions? Me and Ricky enjoyed it. Get over yourself. I'll try my best to answer relevant questions, but some of the comments are really emotionally draining. Top comments. Commenter, just move out, yo, she's a messy mess. Commenter, oof, I feel for you. My advice is to tell Callie that you don't have anything against her or her nudity, but you would like to establish a house rule that roommates need to be clothed in communal spaces. Also, that when a door is closed, you knock and wait for the response before trying to enter. You could even tell her that seeing a roommate naked is triggering to you personally, but probably don't trust her with the story of your assault. Word it as you, a roommate. asking for something you need from the people you live with, as opposed to wording it as a personal flaw of Callie's or bringing her alcoholism up. Then she is less likely to get defensive and more likely to cooperate. Is Callie being seemingly desperate for a partner and struggling with alcoholism something you can ignore? If so, that's your best option, to focus on the behaviors that directly affect you. If her alcoholism and subsequent behavior becomes an issue, I'd research, maybe with Elena, how to best approach that conversation with Callie. If she's always drunk, she may not even be able to abide by a new rule of no public nudity and no barging in closed doors. It's great to know that if you give Callie a chance to correct and it doesn't work, Elena has the power to kick her out. Whatever happens, I hope you're able to get through it. It's so important to be comfortable in your own home. Good luck. Second story. Aida, for skipping Christmas with my parents since they won't treat me like an adult. I, F27, have been with my boyfriend, 33, for almost 2 years now. We will be getting married eventually, but it's not a priority. My mom won't let us share a bed if we come see them for any reason. When we came over this last summer, my boyfriend suggested renting a hotel so we could have privacy and a comfortable bed. It drove my mom nuts that we bypassed her little rules. She wouldn't drop it the entire time we were there. She made me promise not to do that again. My boyfriend's mom and dad are retired to Mexico and they are really chill. So we made plans to come visit them over Christmas. They are not Christian, so they don't really care when they see their son with regards to religious holidays. We didn't tell my parents we weren't coming. My mom asked me at Thanksgiving if I was going to hold to my promise not to stay at a hotel over Christmas. I answered truthfully that I would not stay at a hotel. I am sitting here on the balcony of my future in-laws' condo, looking at the Caribbean, waiting for sunrise and enjoying the peace and quiet. I made the mistake of going online yesterday and I saw a bunch of posts from my mom and my sisters about how I was a jerk for lying to them about my plans. I may have been a little tipsy last night because I decided to respond. I said that it was ridiculous of them to try and tell me I couldn't share a room with my boyfriend, that I was keeping my promise by not staying at a hotel when we were there, and that if they planned on putting everything on Facebook, I would be avoiding all visits for the foreseeable future. They took down their posts when people started crapping on them for trying to control me, but some people did agree with them. Now they are texting me and calling to say I was an asshole for making them look bad. I asked them if they were trying to make me look good with their posts. They stopped for a while, but there were more texts and voicemail this morning. I'm kind of liking the idea of skipping out on the drama from now on. But I miss my dad and he is blameless in this. Aita, edit. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around a couple of things that keep being repeated. 1. How was staying at a hotel so we didn't break her rules not the adult choice? 2. How many of you guys fly across the country or drive for hours to just stay one night? Verdict. Everyone sucks. Relevant comments. Commenter. Info. Is there a reason you didn't just tell them up front that you would be spending Christmas with your boyfriend's family? They're assholes for trying to control you like that. But I don't really see what you gained by misleading them about your plans. Oop. To avoid weeks of my mom trying to manipulate me into going home. Commenter. But I miss my dad and he is blameless in this. Info. Why do you think your dad is blameless while your mom ruins holiday events with her controlling behavior? Does he try to rein her in at all? If he's just letting her do this without coming to your defense, he's still making a choice by doing or saying nothing. Uapi. He was okay with me sharing a room and a hotel. He also wished me a Merry Christmas and told me to have a great time. He has to live with her and I'm not going to make them fight. Ada for laughing at my sister because our mom won't let her share a room with her fiancé. 15 months later. I posted here about a year ago because my mom and sisters thought I was an asshole because I went to Mexico with my boyfriend instead of appeasing her and making him sleep on the couch. My little sister thought I was wrong for not being able to spend nights away from him. Well, we still are not married, and my mom won't change her rules. We are visiting them, though, and she accepts that we stay at a hotel. My sister Anna was one of the howler monkeys bugging me because I lied about not staying at a hotel last Christmas. She and her boyfriend got more serious since then, and they got engaged on Valentine's Day. Last weekend was my dad's 60th birthday, and we all came home. As per usual, I rented a hotel. My mom told Anna that since my old room was available, her fiancé could stay there. My sister tried arguing, but my mom said there was no way that they were sharing a room. Anna tried to get me on her side since I no longer follow any dumb rules. I laughed at her and reminded her that she called me names for choosing to spend Christmas with my boyfriend's family instead of putting up with our mom. She started getting pissy and saying it was different because she was engaged and I am not. Our baby sister spoke up and said she already told mom that she was going to follow my example if she ever gets serious with a guy. I'm pretty sure my mom thinks I'm the devil. Anyway, Anna is pissed that I laughed at her for trying to get away with something she scolded me about just a year ago. I just thought it was funny she thought the rules didn't apply to her. Yes, she is my mom's favorite. It didn't help. Relevant comments. Commenter. Obviously NTA. Anna is a massive hypocrite. You are right. The situation is hilarious. Oop. I would have tried if she hadn't called me names when she was ganging up on me with our mom. Commenter. Yep. Karma's a bitch. How do you like these stories? Write your opinion in the comments. Let's get 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Love you.